I'm Serenity and this is my channel, and today we're joined here by Ginger. She's an older gal, okay, she's 13, so she's just gonna be behind me, sleeping, probably huffing and puffing. But welcome to my 2025 vision board and planning my life and the year ahead video. I do this video every year, although I think a couple years are missing or I hit them. But this year we're going to do a little different because we're going to be making our vision board together. We're also going to be making my academic things I'm going to bribe myself for getting certain grades with, and organizing my life in my Google Calendar along with my digital planner. So let's get into it. This year I'm putting a lot of pictures on my vision board like I did for 2024. A lot more, around 200. I like to do mine digitally because I like to include so many pictures, but you can of course do yours cutting out printed pictures. I get mine printed on poster board at Walgreens. So this year I noticed I put a lot of little things in 2024, like maybe it's a restaurant I wanted to try or I wanted to buy some certain thing, and I was standing there and I was looking at it and I was like, oh my god, I actually did that. My favorite though is I put this mural that says Hello Boston on it because I wanted to visit Boston this year, which I did, and I actually found that mural just walking to breakfast one day. It's in a Primark, so even like the littlest of photos, you don't even understand how you can manifest. I think that is really cool.
This is my 2024 board, and as the year went on, I put these like yellow sticky notes on it for things I accomplished. The Boston sign I pointed at, I actually saw in person, which was crazy life experience. But these are the goals I 100% accomplished. Some of them I accomplished but didn't like to the full capacity, but it was time to take her down and put her in the closet.
So we're going to start with my vision board. Now I've been seeing over the past couple days on social media, mainly TikTok, that sharing your vision board is like evil eye, bad vibes sort of thing. People can send you negative vibes through that. And I want to say, yes, that could be true, but I am a believer of two things. First thing, karma. I believe in karma so much. Okay, what you reap what you sow, and I believe it so much that I have a dog named Karma. Actually, she's named after the Taylor Swift song, but that's besides the point. So whatever negative energy you're putting onto someone else, it's gonna come back to you, okay? That's just how karma works. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I'm Mexican. I've been to the Mexican candle stores, I've had my tarot read, I've had Olympia, you know, I know how the candles work. Whatever energy you want to give me, if that's negative, I can go to the candle store and I will get it reversed. For all those people who are scared to put your vision boards out there, I understand, I get it, but I don't think you should be fearful, because I love watching these videos to see other people make their boards, and I love seeing, even on the same platform, how all of our dreams can be so vastly different. And I love that for us. And then I love like seeing a year later if you accomplish them or not, or how far you came. So let's make our vision board together.
To start, I'm going to pull out my manifestation notebook, and I'm going to turn on the astrology podcast of the week ahead using the Channy app, listening to that as I really write down my goals for the year. I wrote them in my notes app throughout the past couple months, like since October, of things I wanted to accomplish, and I'm just physically writing them down in this notebook where I write my hopes and dreams and all that in. That way I have a physical copy. I really think like words to paper, your handwriting to paper helps get things going. So as I'm listening to the podcast, I'm writing down from my desktop my goals into this notebook, and I usually like to listen to the year ahead on the Channy app. It wasn't out yet because this was mid-December, but I am writing all these goals in this notebook to see what I want to accomplish, and that way I actually have like a list to reference when I am going to be making my vision board digitally. So once that was set, it was time to actually airdrop all the photos I had saved through the year for my vision board to my desktop in my photo app, and let's switch over to my screen recording of me doing this. So I always lay out center quote, career, socials, school, a bunch of areas I want to focus on in life, and then I place them in certain areas where I want them for the board. So I need to start with my center quote, which is, we overestimate what we can accomplish in a day and underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. This is something I've been working towards. I usually overplan my day, and then nothing like a good Photoshop. I photoshopped my social goals, the numbers I wanted to achieve, and put that in the upper corner nice and big. I always include a photo of Persephone and a photo of Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman, on my board, and then I'm just inserting the photos that I airdropped first before I find the ones on Pinterest for each of my goals, and they're going into the section. You're gonna see a lot of Snoopy reoccurring because I got obsessed with Snoopy in 2024. All of Gen Z is, and I understand it. So I'm just inserting the areas of things I want to accomplish. So we have like travel, but also work, but also like entertainment in the F1 corner. Then we have YouTube and social media in another corner. In the move and school area, it's actually the first time I'm including photos that I took myself of the harbor in New England. So I physically have been there, and there's nothing like waking up and physically seeing something, even if it's not real. If I can see the numbers and I can see the experience, then I know I can achieve it, if that makes sense. So even though I didn't achieve all my goals in 2024, I still grew, and that's what matters. And there's nothing a little like Photoshop cannot achieve. Also, I'm a Pisces rising. We are the queens and masters of delusion and daydreaming. Okay, our delusions, our delulu, our daydreaming will brainwash us so far that we believe that we can achieve anything we want, which is great for me because even though I'm putting pictures on a board, you know, that's not going to get me what I want. They're just pictures on a board, but seeing it every day is giving me the inspiration I need to accomplish it. And I know there's a reason behind every picture on this board. Some of them may not make sense, but there's steps to achieving the goals I want. And I have the steps written out of every single goal I want to achieve. I had like 45 goals that I wrote down. I have literal steps of how I'm going to achieve every single one. And this board is just a physical representation of what it's going to look like once I achieve those goals, if that makes sense, to keep me motivated to keep going. We have to put Elle Woods on here because Elle Woods is the icon of Cambridge, Massachusetts and Harvard. Of course, I'm actually graduating this year, so that's going to be really exciting. I put some cute pictures on there of graduation. I still need to get my driver's license. Don't come after me. I know I'm 22 and I haven't gotten it, but I also had ankle surgery on both ankles in the past couple years, so it wasn't my priority. I love being a passenger princess. You may think this only took like an hour. This took 5 hours over 2 days to do. But I really wanted to include every single thing I wanted to accomplish, to physically see it every morning. And actually, once I was done with my vision board, I still wanted to put more on there. So I do have TikTok on here, and if it gets banned, I'm just going to cover it with more pictures. But I want to work on a couple of like personal hygiene things, get my skincare routine down, exercise. I really want a red exercise set. I have no idea why, but I really want one. And it's been so hard to actually find one. So that is on here. I have photos of career growth, cakes I want to recreate, but kind of like series I want to start. Once I ticked off everything I had written down in my notebook and put a corresponding picture or a couple of pictures on the vision board, it was time to print it out. So I saved this in high definition, the best settings on Canva. I dropped a copy to my phone so I have it physically, and then I send one off to print at Walgreens on poster board. Make sure you're using a coupon when you do this. And it was time to put this on the wall where I can see it every single day in my room. That way when I wake up, I can see my vision board. So I just adhered it to my wall using thumbtacks and a small hammer. I also have a version of school goals I want to accomplish, including getting my master's that I created last January that I finally printed out on poster board. I had it just on a piece of paper stuck on my wall this whole time, and I also nailed that onto my wall to wake up every morning to. And that board revolves around the next 2 years of my life. I also have a couple of quotes I printed on regular paper glued to my wall that are kind of like a manifestation.
Now that our vision board is sent off to go print, let's move on to organizing my Google Calendar. So I've never used Google Calendar. That's a lie. I tried to use it for like a week and I couldn't grasp it, but I'm trying again because, like my central quote said, we overestimate how much we can accomplish in a day. I'm trying to plan that out, but I also want to plan out. I know when videos are going up, I have the whole month planned ahead, but I need to start putting in like when to film them a month ahead. That way I can get a whole overview of things. So we're gonna try Google Calendar. I use a digital planner on my iPad, but I don't plan like time block things. I just plan what I need to get done in a day. I wanted to try accomplishing time blocking things this year. So I looked up a couple of videos on YouTube on how to use Google Calendar, make it aesthetically pleasing. So let's organize mine.
I've never used Google Calendar before and was successful, but I'm starting by inserting all the all-day activities kind of that have to go in the month. So the orange is videos, yellow is personal events, and then blue is schooling. And then from there, I'm going to correspond of when things have to be filmed, when I have to decorate certain things, when I have certain meetings, both my personal life and then for social media, all that, and entering it into the calendar with corresponding times to get those things done. And let me say, finding colors for this was pretty fun because I had to figure out hex codes for all this that go with the main color. So on my iPad, I first wrote out when all of these have to be done, when like filming and editing and all this had to be done, and then I just corresponded it to the Google Calendar, but this time I actually put times for things to be done in here. And it's interesting to actually see like your day-to-day planned out in one big timeline, especially with the corresponding times to get things done. So this is how I was getting my calendars together, and finding cute colors that actually go together was a little hard because I always dedicated the color orange to like YouTube videos, the color blue to school. So finding other colors that go together that don't overlap was kind of hard to to figure out. And of course, there are things that I can't input yet, like I have the 2025 F1 calendar on here, which goes with another series I have on my social media, but also one of my hobbies. But we don't know the times for that yet. I also don't know the times for my classes that are finalized just yet for my spring semester that starts at the end of the month. So some of my calendar is pretty much still open with things I still need to fill in. So those sort of things will remain blank until I have further information.
We are now going to be organizing my digital planner. I do this every month for the whole month. I organize my content schedule and my monthly schedule.
On the app Goodnotes, where I do all my planning, I have this 2024-25 digital planner that I got from Happy Downloads, and I'm just filling in every single video that I have on a separate calendar that you're going to see in a bit. And then when I have to write the script, when I have to film it, when I have to finish up editing it, all that. Then I also have my personal things I need to do, so like classwork, I need to decorate a certain cake, when I need to walk my dogs, all that. Everything I need to do on the daily is entered into this calendar, and I'm just checking that calendar that I print on my wall. Then I also put quotes on the side for the month that inspire me for each category: school, work, personal life. And in a separate tab, I have my content calendar, which I write out all my shorts and videos. I'm just entering a couple ideas into that. And that is how I plan the month on my iPad. I am nothing if not an iPad doll, and I reference my calendar every single day because I very much am a type A person.
The last thing we're going to do to organize for 2025 and prep to have a successful year, I just got in my grades for my fall classes. Got the grades I thought I was going to get, which is amazing. So I already work so hard in my education. I want to give myself instead of things I can get. Things that I've been wanting that will be if you achieve this grade, you can get it. Remember when you was you'd read 50 books in the summer and then you'd get a pizza party? That's what I'm doing. Except it's not a pizza party anymore. So we're going to give us a tier list. So we're going to give 1 or 2 options per letter grade. So it's if I achieve all A pluses in my 5 courses, I will get this grade. Now I am putting a C option because I still have 2 classes to register for that I'm on the wait list for. So I don't know if I'm going to be taking a math class, and math is not my strong suit. If I get a C, I will be happy in math.
So in Canva, I'm just creating a flyer of my spring incentives, and I'm doing a retro vibe. One side is going to be grades and the other side is going to be item, and these look like little post-it notes. I'm going to need 5 of these because I have 5 different tiers to choose from. Spacing them out was a little difficult, but I got there in the end. And in my notes app, I have written out the 5 different categories of what I will buy myself if I achieve a certain grade, and they are higher price items. I really have to work for it, if you know what I mean. But if I achieve all A pluses, I will get tickets either to the Vegas GP in November or something ridiculous, the Mackenzie Child bowls that I have been wanting for so long. If you know, they're the checkered bowls, but I cannot justify spending $100 on a bowl. If I achieve all A's but they're not A pluses, I will get myself a new vlogging camera I've been eyeing. And then if I achieve 4 A's and 1 B, I'll get a Dyson or my favorite Tom Ford perfume that is ridiculously priced. Both things I've been wanting. If I achieve 4 A's and 1 B, that is not a B plus, I will get myself this checker purse that I like or a Dior ring that I have also been eyeing. And then if I achieve all A's and 1 C, which only qualifies if it is a math class that I have to take, because again, math is not my strong suit, I will get myself a House of CB dress that I have been looking at. And that is just an incentive of things that I've been wanting. That way I have something to look forward to with my classes, because college isn't easy. And also, this tier list stops me from buying any of these items before I get my grades back in May, and I'm only allowed to get that 1 item based on whatever grade I get.
So we are done planning for 2025. That is all I have for you for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. My socials are all linked down below if you want to follow me. As always, the doggo picture of the day is going to be this picture of Ginger. She's right behind us, looking cute. Love you, mean it, kisses, don't do anything stupid, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way.